600cc Performance. Our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. This Independence Day weekend, kick your party off with a bang. DeWeather Center presents the first annual DeWeather Cares Charity Softball Classic presented by the National Racing Network. The Palmerton Boobies, DeWeather Center Bluecocks, Blue Mountain I-95ers, Pocono Front Platers, Schuylkill County Crackers, Reading Nurses, Catasauqua Blue Tits, and Beltsville Lake Monsters will take the field in Emerald. Find out more on Facebook at DeWeather Center. DeWeather Center, offensively accurate. Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Valley of the Sun and Phoenix International Raceway. Tonight, the iRacing Season 2 series kicks off, and it is a pleasure to have you joining us this evening. My name is Chris Graham of the National Racing Network, and qualifying already underway here for the first official event, as we mentioned, of the 2021 season. Get qualifying mode up on the screen here for you as well to show you where everybody's going to be running on time here. This racetrack built in 1964 around the Estrella Mountains on the outskirts of Avondale, Arizona. Because of the terrain and the incorporation of a road course and a drag strip, they actually had to build a dogleg into the back straightaway. One of the more unique features of Phoenix International Raceway, and we cannot go without mentioning Monument Hill, located right outside of turns 3 and 4. One one of the cheapest and best sight lines in all of motorsports. To thank our sponsors for tonight's events, including Baldwin Agriland, Hot Shoe Racewear, everybody who helps make these National Racing Network broadcasts possible. This racetrack was built for open wheel race cars. There's no other way to look about it. Just finishing up his lap, Miguel Paredes. One of the fastest drivers you'll see in these Silver Crown cars, and a great look at Miguel's ride there. See, let's pick up here Tyler Shattuck. Here's the look from Monument Hill. Such a fantastic viewpoint. And that's almost like you do it on cue. There's actually a marker right at the top of the hill that is where the entire state of Arizona was surveyed from. That was the base point. It was right atop what is now called, why it's called Monument Hill, affectionately known as Rattlesnake Hill in a lot of places. They built it in 1964, 1977. They first held the Copper World Classic. As we pick up Connor Babel here as he comes off of turn number 4 on his qualifying lap. That was the marquee event for years to kick off this season. You didn't start the season in Tulsa. You started the season in Phoenix, Arizona. 2003 and 2011, there were some pretty major configuration changes made in the racetrack. In 2003, they eliminated the outside parts of the road course, closed off the backstretch wall, and pushed the exit of turn 2 way out. It really eliminated some very nasty angles that drivers would hit at. The big changes, though, came in 2011. They widened the front straightaway to 62 feet, tightened the radius of the dog leg from 800 feet to 500 feet, put progressive banking in turns 1 and 2, as well as 3 and 4. It really made the place a fantastic drive. The drivers we've talked to so far have talked about how the edge of control is being exceptionally hard to approach without going over that edge. And that's something that in a car that is built with not a lot of big geometry to it, it really can make these things a handful. I mean, the cold tires are going to be an issue. There's no pit stops here in the Silver Crown Series races either, as we have qualifying just about finishing up here. So let's bring you to our iRacing rules of the road for tonight. 80 laps the distance, 120.8 miles, 194.4 kilometers. Caution flags are on. Lucky dogs are enabled. There are no pit stops. There are no tires available in the pits. So if you bake off that right rear early on in this one, you are going to be in for a very, very wild ride. We're going to have one overtime attempt. And we'll get you the early season schedule here as well as we get ready to grid up. This week, we kick things off at Phoenix. Then we're going to head to Bristol next weekend for the High Banks. That one's going to be pretty intense. Homestead, Miami Speedway, Martinsville, Richmond, and Worldwide Technology Raceway, the front half of the schedule. So with the race gridding up here, let's get you the starting lineup for tonight's race. The Hispano-America Club's Manuel Paredes is going to be on the pole for this one. Ian Lane of Ohio, 4/1000ths of a second back to his outside. River Hayes and Ryan Carwill scheduled to make up row number 2. Tyler Shattuck and Connor Babel in row number 3. Row 4 will have Pete Poloni and Paul Kashiba. Row 5, Wayne Hutchison and Brandon Buckberger. Wayne, one of the drivers who's done a ton of setup development work. And really kind of keeps the community moving at times as well.
Vinny Sansone and Daniel Hendry out of Illinois and the Carolinas will make up row number 6. Row 7, Nathaniel Ranke of the Plains and Pablo Donoso, another Hispano-American driver, on the outside. Row number 8, Mike McConville of New Jersey and Ryan Steele out of the Midwest. Curtis Critchley from Canada and Joe Quinn will make up row number 9. 18 cars scheduled to take the distance here for, once again, 121 miles. And the lights are out on the iRacing safety cars, so we are just about ready to go green. This race will go by in an absolute hurry. That one is for sure. Field is off at turn number 4. Pace car makes the dive into pit lane. Green flags out, and we are underway here in Phoenix. Rita is going to get the early jump to the inside. Lane and Hayes going to battle for the second position. Lane's going to grab it to the outside. We'll see who's going to try to cut the dog leg. Everybody but the race leader. Here comes the big move to the inside by Lane into 3. He's going to try to run the apron. That's an aggressive move early on. Not quite close enough to attempt to pass off a turn 4 in lap number 1 of the 2021 season 2. Goes to Manuel Paredes. Everybody going to try to cut that dog leg down. It does take a lot of time off the lap, tenths of a second, but not necessarily the easiest on the tires. This is one of the biggest fields we've seen in the Silver Crowns. As Lane looks to the inside off at turn number 2. More than 44 cars entered in this one. There's actually 3 splits going on right now. We're proud to be bringing you the top split action here. You can hear those tires just absolutely squealing and begging for mercy. Working lap number 4. Big move to the inside. That's going to be River Hayes. He got himself up into position to battle with the leaders. Lane still all over the back bumper. Oh, Paredes one car a little bit high to the outside. Nobody making a ton of moves yet through the field. The biggest mover, +2, Paul Yoshida. Good battle going on here for second between Lane and Hayes as they make their way off of turn 4 and down the front straightaway. Laps tick off in a hurry. In the 26.5-second range. Hayes looks to the inside of Lane through turns 3 and 4. One of the ways to kind of keep a little bit of wear off the tires can be to run the outside groove just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit cooler asphalt out there. What a fantastic view from up here on Rattlesnake Hill, Monument Hill. Field fans out 3, 4, 5 wide down the back straightaway now through 3 and 4. Lane gonna fall back towards the battle between Ryan Carwile. Carwile's gonna look to the outside. Mishiba's there as well. Lane is falling back now just a little bit. Still Paredes out front. Already 9 laps in the books here at the Phoenix International Raceway. Just got him on the racetrack. He's going to be back here about the 5th, 6th position. Fight there into turn number 3. motors, 355 cubic inch motors. These C&R design chassis. This car was used for several years in the mid-2000s as part of an effort to get the Silver Crown Series onto the NASCAR 1.5-mile sized racetracks. Never quite took off, but my goodness, did they put on some absolutely incredible racing. This whole gaggle of cars here, starting with fifth place Tyler Shattuck. He's going to have Pete Bellini looking at his inside. Bellini going to be battling now with Lane. They come off and turn 4 down the front straightaway. Still the 26.5-second mark for lap times, so no real surprise there that these cars are able to hold up and take a little bit of abuse. I want to remind everybody that we can get your comments up on the air here during our live broadcast. You can comment with stars to show your support of our hard work. Post your comment on the screen, give me a shout out. Let us know where you're watching from, where you're tuning in the Silver Crowns tonight. Off of the race lead, starting to heat up. We'll pick it up here off of turn number 4. Paredes still has it, but Hayes going to be all over his back up down the front straightaway. How about this? Only 4 seconds. First to 18 in the top split as Hayes makes the big dive into 3 and 4. He's going to make the pass stick as well. New race leader off at turn number 4. River Hayes claims the top spot. He's able to open up a gap of about a quarter second. Mark Nishima up 5 spots. He runs into 3rd position. Ryan Harlock, 4th. Tyler Shattuck, 5. Look at this insane dogfight that's going on back here. The outside's Wayne Hutchinson in that purple number 9 machine. To the inside will be the 17 of Daniel Hendry. Hendry able to complete the pass, and he's going to try to bring Brandon Buckberger with him. Both Buckberger and Hutchison have actually lost a couple of spots here. These cars saw some changes in the changeover to season 2. Not anything really, it's not really what the Dallara IR1s and the PM18 saw, but the setups are not the same from season 1 to season 2, which is often the case. Look at the battle here. This is Pablo Donoso on the outside. So running the number 11, that's the yellow car down to the inside. The outside is the 12 Connor Babel. It's just so crazy to see these cars fan out. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in here. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can comment everywhere. Let us know where you're watching from. Able to get your comments up on the air here. Who's your pick? Who's going to win it here? A lot of the drivers that I anticipated that we would see in this year didn't even make the top split. Guys like Wes Shire and James Curtis, they're all running into 2nd or 3rd split. We'll pull up the data here for you. We'll be able to see it on the market. The I-rating of this field, the lowest I-rating driver in the field, looks to be Curtis Critchlow at a 32.06. Top is River Hayes at 7,032. The I-rating in this series is always This has to be one of the highest top splits for iRacing ever for the Silver Wheels. So we're down to a little bit past 25% distance here. Well, we'll get me to be quiet here for a minute. We'll give you folks a chance to turn it up. Still holds on the third. Oh, a couple of cars hard into the outside wall. That's going to bring out the first caution flag of the race. Trouble in turns 3 and 4. Into the hot shoe race where instant replay. See what happened here to keep the lead. Machine, just a little bit of contact. They go bouncing hard into the outside wall. Several cars collected after the fact. That was a huge hit for the 6 as well. Several cars flipping on that one. Let's check out Ian Lane. What a tough break for Lane here. Oh, not sure who that was. That was the 7 of Joe Quinn. Does the backflip, sticks the landing. The Russian judge gives him a 7. Unfortunately, that's going to mean we're going to have several cars here now on the pit road. Bellini is there. Also, the 18 of Curtis Critchley. Joe Quinn right behind him. His race looks to be about done as well. And there is the junked number 4 of Ian Lane. So tough break for those drivers here as we pick up the field as they make their way down the backstretch. Getting comments on the air under caution here. Mystic Serpent checking in on YouTube saying, let's go CGE. Thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight. The other sponsor I forgot to mention at the start of the show here, and I can't believe I forgot. Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Make sure you find them on Facebook. Agnes, Adam, the whole crew up there doing fantastic work. They will make your garage look utterly spectacular. And most of the time they can do it in one day. You got this on the commercial at the beginning of the broadcast. I figure since I forgot them, we'll get the big plug here. in the middle of the show. Lap number 30 of 80 on the board, just 10 laps shy of halfway. One rules change for this season is it should be single file restarts. Looks like the lights are out on the iRacing safety car, so will be a single file restart. River Hayes holding on to the race lead over Miguel Paredes, Ryan Paul Kashiba, Brian Carlisle, and Tyler Shattuck. Nate Rankin, Connor Babel, Vinny Sansone, Daniel Hendry, Pablo Donoso, your top 10. Ryan Steele, Brandon Buckner, Wayne Hutchinson, Mike McConville, and Curtis Kirchner, top 15. Pete Bellini, Joe Quinn, and Ian Lane are all out of the race. Green flag back in the air. We're underway once again, and it's a great start for River Hayes. Whoa, what a battle going on behind them. Off at turn number 2, 4 wide through the dog leg. You can go that wide in the dog leg. You can't go that wide in turns 3 and 4. Side by side, battle continues to rage on. This one's going to be Ryan Carlisle and Paul Kashiba for third. Kashiba now going to look at the inside, try to find the course. Number 10, Carlisle up the racetrack in 1 and 2. Heard him talking a little bit during the practice sessions about how the cars were not handling real well in turns 3 and 4, especially going out on the outside. They really wanted to push hard. So far, they've put on a spectacular. Sherry Hobbs Shattuck saying, "Come on, Shattuck, let's go." Starting to settle in just a little bit here. These races at 80 laps long, not the easiest ones in the world on tires. I mean, we saw it in the Galaxy Cup Series race that we broadcast on JCTV Saturday night. After 25 laps, the tires were not real friendly. After 50 laps, they were garbage. And by the time you got to the end of the fuel run at lap 70, it was everything these drivers could do to hold on to the race car. We're going to go 10 more laps than that 70 laps we saw the other night. This Hoosier rubber is going to be worn out, to say the least. You know, Nico Morales saying, "Go Lattes." Thank you very much for hanging out with us here. Make sure you do the whole like, subscribe, follow, all that kind of good stuff on the socials as well here. A lap shy of halfway, still River Hayes at the front of the field. We're going to stay with a good battle here. Man, that hang slap can be vicious coming off the corner. Get you a little bit lower look at this one here. That's Kashiba in the number 8, had the big wiggle. Battle in that machine. 12, just ahead of him. Here, everybody pretty well single file. It's going to be a 10th or 10th and a half, sometimes 2 tenths between cars. The gaps at the front of the field are right about the same thing as well. It's a half-second lead for River Hayes. Manuel Paredes is coming up 4 tenths back to Ryan Carlisle in the second position. Nate Rankin in the 5th position. This 12-race championship season, we talked about the first 6 weeks. This top split is mainly for the best of the best that are going to sign up in the series. The names you'll see here from week to week will vary. Some drivers will run, there are other official splits. Obviously, the races run on a schedule as well, but strength of field races, that's really where you're going to see the best stuff coming out. And this Tuesday night, Monday night, this Monday night Silver Crown Series. This one's going to be pretty spectacular. Coming up tomorrow night, we have the iRacing Pavement Sprint Cars coming right back here to Phoenix International Raceway. These cars are insane. The sprint cars are a sight to behold. Take all the fun aero-generating stuff off of these cars, a 410 cubic inch motor under the hood, and let them fly on a shorter wheelbase. These cars will spin like a top, they'll wave their left front tire at you through the corners at times. It is just crazy to watch the sprint cars. Wednesday night, we got another big contest coming up for the TNT Special Events Series, Skippy Cross. Skip Harbor Formula training cars, basically, on the Hell Rally Course in Norway. That one's going to be insane. We're going to run the full alphabet soup on Wednesday night. Thursday night, round number 1 of the USF 2000 official series, the North American version of Strength of Field Split. We'll run right here on National Racing Network. Also got to mention the High Side Hustle. Brooke Wojcik, Root Bright, our host for that one. That will be coming up right now in the Strength of Field race. We also have a Wide Open Wednesday broadcast here, so make sure you like, subscribe, share the page, do all the stuff, ring the bell, whatever they want you to do on the socials now. Just keep watching to the end, that's all we ask of you. Already working lap number 44 of 80, one caution flag. Just before lap number 30 for an incident involving Pete Polini, Joe Quinn, and Ian Lynn. Still battling really close here through the kind of midsection of the field. Silver Crown cars are not easy to keep a hold of, that is for sure. These drivers are among the best in iRacing based on their I rating and their license levels, and they are certainly putting on a show tonight. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. You'll see a longtime friend of the National Racing Network, Mr. Robert Kreisen, checking in and saying, hello, Chris, what's going on, bud? If you're enjoying the Silver Crowns on pavement here, you'll see the sprint cars. Let's do this. Let's run you through the field here. There is the number 1 of River Hayes. He's gained 2 positions since the drop of the green flag, starting in the 3rd position. He came around your early race leader. And well, Paredes, we've only had 2 leaders here tonight. Paredes led the first handful of laps. It was right before the caution as Hayes was able to make the pass. Slide back here and pick up number 15 of Nate Reinke. Reinke, the hard charger on the night. 10 positions from the drop of the green flag. He makes his way off turn 4. We slide back and get number 10 of Ryan Carwile, currently running in the 4th position. Carwile in the Virginia Tech Hokies colors. Bit of ACC and March Madness branded on that one as well. Field of 68 announced last night. It is already in the field. Connor Babel going to run right behind Carwile in the 5th position. He's up 1 spot from the drop of the green flag. Slide back 1 more spot. We pick up our next hard charger. That's going to be Vinny Sansone. Sansone's up 5 positions since we took the green here. Shattuck running right behind him in the number 3. Set up shot. Daniel Hendry, another of the Maconian colors, running right behind him as well in the 8th position. 9th will be Ryan Steele in the number 5. These are some absolutely spectacular. And round out your top 10, number 11 of Pablo Donoso. We're going to jump back up to the race lead here because the battle's starting to heat up. Hayes has the top spot. Paredes wants it. Another of our buddies, Alex Greenswig, checking in here. We'll just say hello to Alex. Watching from Lehigh, Pennsylvania. I'm sure it's Beltsville, but Hayes and Paredes going to make their way into turn number 3. Both cars able to still use the apron pretty effectively. Helps rotate the car because the apron is about bone flat here at Phoenix. Both going to get way down to the inside again in turns 1 and 2. Tango. Now off the corner for number 4, Nate Rink. He wants a shot at the race win here. Cars using the apron. Sounds like somebody made contact back there. Caution flag is going to come out. Caution flag number 2. And let's get you the hot shoe racewear instant replay. Big wiggle for Tyler Shattuck down to the inside. Trying to get around Donoso. He slides up the racetrack, hard contact to the outside. Donoso goes for a wild ride. Holy cow. Let's get this one ready. We're going to take you on board with Pablo Donoso. My goodness, that was a wild ride, Pablo Donoso. Several cars going to make their way onto the pit lane now, including there is Tyler Shattuck. Mike McConville in the 16 going to be making his way off a pit road. The same will not be said for Donoso. He will have an extended repair time on this one. There's Tyler Shattuck. Pete Bellini out of the race. Here's Joe Quinn coming back out onto the racetrack. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for Ian Lane. As that car is done, he will finish in the 18th position. We'll swing around here and pick up your race leaders as they make their way through turns 3 and 4. 24 laps to go, and at the rate these guys are clicking laps off. Last lap time was 52.56. Obviously, that one under caution. We're still seeing laps in the 26 to low 27 second range. This race is going to be over in an absolute hurry. That's for sure. What do you think? How about we give you another shot here to turn it up once we go back to green? It looks like we're going to have another lap or so under the caution flag as we look at Lattice number 14 of Manuel Paredes. There's Nate Rink's number 15. He's your current hard charger, but sliding back in the field here, there's the number 5 of Ryan Steele. Another of your big hard chargers here tonight. Vinny Sansome and Daniel Hendry. Also, the drivers that have gained 5 or more spots tonight. Hard luck award to Ian Lane, 16 spots from his green flag starting position. Pete Blaney down 10, Tyler Shattuck down 10 as well. The lights are out on the iRacing safety car, so when they get around the turn 4, it'll be time to turn it up. Interesting to see Paredes running down on the low side. Had not passed to the inside of a car before the start-finish line. Outside is completely free game, however. So that's going to be your big change here. Keep that high line covered as much as possible. At least give yourself a shot here in these final 22 seconds. Field's going to make their way off in turn number 4. So, doing timers, it's time for me to be quiet and you to crank it up. Paredes slides a little bit high through turns 3 and 4. That's going to open the door for Nate Rink. Not quite close enough to attempt to pass. Paredes going to up the inside lane. See if the car starts to push a little bit. Yes, it does. That's going to leave a huge opening for Rink. He's going to cut the dog leg off in a big way. Not quite close enough to attempt to pass. He was a good drive off the corner there. Paredes, he's going to hold on to about 2/10 over Rink, and here comes Carwile looking to the inside of Rink down the front straightaway. Yeah, just not quite close enough to pass. Not as much in the way of error push of these cars. It's just carrying too much speed into the cars. Was Paredes saving tires most of this race and letting River Hayes run out at the front of the field? I don't know that you're going to let a guy with a 7,000 rating just take off from you at the front. But a fantastic show the Silver cars have put on tonight. It'll be 15, now 14 to go. Thank you very much, Joe. Love the A. Well, you'll love you back. At the 13 to go here, Hayes still the race leader. Paredes and Rink going to be side by side down the back stretch and into 3. Rink is right there, ready to make the big move. Maybe a little bit of right side romance on corner exit. Now Carwile going to dip in inside of Paredes as well. Manuel Paredes may be hung out to dry here on the outside, as he has a freight train of cars ready to go to the inside. Rink has gotten the pass done. Carwile is going to come inside as well down the front stretch, put the spot at the line, down to 11 to go. This battle now for the 3rd position. Carwile able to clear Paredes. Connor Babel's going to look to the inside of Paredes now. Manuel Paredes may have burned off that right rear tire, because it doesn't look like he has a ton of drive off the corner. Going to try to shortcut it all the way. Hearing some contact on the racetrack. We'll see if it's going to be enough to bring out a caution. Doesn't sound like it just yet. Paredes fights back down the front stretch, but Babel going to hold tough to the inside, try to grab the spot in the 1. Not quite close enough, but not close enough for Paredes to get clear and be able to fall back in line. Battle heating up for the race lead as well. We'll slide forward and pick it up as we're inside of 10 to go. Nate Rink has gained 11 spots since the drop of the green flag, and he needs one more to claim victory here in round number 1. Hayes, that's almost like throwing a slide job on yourself in turn, where you basically prevent the driver behind you from using it, doing it yourself. Is able to hold on in front of Babel. Now has about a 10th of a second, so we're going to stick right here at the front of the field. Dave Jackson checking in on YouTube saying, love the vids, keep them up. Thank you very much. You don't want to miss tomorrow night for sure. The sprint cars are going to be out here, and that race is going to be just as good. Here's Rink to the outside. 6 laps to go into 1. Rink goes even further deep to the inside than Hayes. He's going to have to spot by a bumper as they head into 3, but he's going to push up the racetrack just a little bit. What a pass by Nate Rink. Slide job, turn 3, new race leader. He's going to throw the block down the front straightaway. Opens the door for Ryan Carwile to come join the party. We're at 5 to go. Through 3 and 4, and Hayes just not able to gain any ground at all on Rink. Now 4 to go this time by, and Carwile all over the back bumper off of turn number 2. Carwile with a big wiggle off the corner. That opened the door for Connor Babel to get to his inside. Carwile going to do battle down the back straightaway. And Hayes now has his sights set on Rink. It'll be 2 to go this time by the start-finish line. Two to go for race leader Nate Rink. He opens up with 3 tenth of a second gap over River Hayes, and it's going to be 1 to go. Hayes starting to fall back into the clutches of Carlisle and Babel down the front stretch. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Through the dog leg, one final time. Rink able to make that move cleanly. Rewind behind them for second. Off at turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Nate Rink picks up the win here at Phoenix International Raceway. River Hayes holds on by 1/10 of a second over Ryan Carlisle. What a fantastic run there. Let's get a look at your race winner, Nate Rink. What a drive there in that one. See if we can't drag him down here to the broadcast booth. Nate Rink, Chris Graham in the NRN booth. Do you have a copy on me?
Loud and clear.
All right, bud. That was an absolutely fantastic run. I'll lead with the obvious. How in the world did you gain 12 spots on a racetrack that everybody else seemed to be in +1, -1, not a lot of movement?
Lots of luck getting through the pack early. Picked the right lanes. Figured out who was holding who up. A few good breaks. Probably slid up in front of a few guys. All of that.
Yeah, this is one of those where this car it looked like they were a handful. I mean, it seemed like just about everybody had a tank slapper here and there. Was it really that difficult of a drive, or what were you feeling in the cockpit?
Yeah, I was out of control. I was jumping between way too loose and way too tight. I was really loose off of 2, and really tight off of 4, but I could use the loose to shoot me down through that dogleg shortcut there. And when I could get it aimed up right, that was probably where I was making most of my time. Honestly, it was just running shorter.
Yeah, and I mean, this strength of field may have been the best in the history of Silver Crown. We talked about it a little bit early on here. The lowest I rating in here was, I believe, a 32.06, and Rivers over 7,000. That's a pretty monster field. That's got to be helping you out big time in the points early in the season as well.
Yeah, it's that's huge, man. It's a huge. I don't know. I don't got the stats. It has to be one of the best races we've had, strength of field wise, and just quality competitors. So yeah, it was fun. I didn't know if I was going to get past River at the end there. I lit the tires when I got up in front of him, and I actually blocked him on accident just because I was out of control.
Well, we're going to have more of it coming up tomorrow night in the sprints as well, but congratulations on the win tonight, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this. You guys putting on this broadcast. It's pretty cool, and yeah, that was a fun race with everybody involved. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, buddy. All right, so there you go. There's race winner Nate Rink, and holy cow, what a fantastic show they put on. Rink is your race winner by 0.6 of a second over River Hayes, who was only about 6/100ths of a second. Excuse me. Let me do math quickly in my head here. How about 8,000ths of a second ahead of Ryan Carlisle for third? Connor Babel, Manuel Paredes, the top 5. Vinny Sansone, Ryan Steele, Brandon Buckberger, and Daniel Hendry. Paul Kashiba, top 10. Mike McConville, Wayne Hutchinson, Curtis Critchley, all finishing on the lead lap, back to 13th. And the drivers throughout the rest of the field all encountering issues throughout the night, including Pablo Donoso, Tyler Shattuck, Joe Quinn, Pete Polini, and Ian Lane. So, man, that one was a blast, and we've got a whole lot more coming up here. We didn't even get a chance to update the graphics totally here, but Coming up tomorrow night, it's going to be not the Silver Crowns, but the Sprint Cars doing their official series race. Wednesday night, Skippy Cross for the TNT Special Event Series. Thursday night, USF 2000 officials and the High Side Hustle with Burt Wojcik and Adam Rubright. So for everybody here at the National Racing Network, we want to say thank you very much for joining us, and a huge thank you to our sponsors, including Baldwin Agriland, Hot Shoe Racewear, and Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. This one was a ton of fun to bring you tonight, and we can't wait to do it again tomorrow. For everybody here at the National Racing Network, my name is Chris Graham. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great night.